What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how you can master your why so you can find success in just about everything, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna break everything down for you on why it's so important to have a resilient why before you get started in anything as an entrepreneur. You know, oftentimes when you talk to some of the best and brightest CEOs of the world, they're always gonna give you a compelling reason as to why they got started building a business or getting involved in the current opportunity that they're in. And usually it's something that motivates them. You know, they say your why should make you cry, but really your why is the one thing. It kind of acts as like your beacon of hope or like a light at the end of the tunnel when things feel dark. So it's very important to establish your why and really, you know, move to the beat of the drum of what it is that means something to you. And I think a lot of times people make this mistake when they get started in business is they're not really establishing a firm enough why. So when things get tough, they're kind of just gonna quit. It's kind of like that picture of, you know, those two people who are digging for diamonds, right? And you have one at the top, one at the bottom, and the one at the top is just like hammering away, but he's still so far from the diamonds. And then you have one guy who's literally turning around, walking away, and he was literally one strike away from getting a hold of all the diamonds. And the reality is, that's the sad truth of this industry. So many people quit right before they're about to have their biggest breakthrough. And your breakthrough is not knocking on your door telling you, hey, I'm here, your breakthrough, hello, pay attention to me. That's not how it works. And that's the sad part. That's the sucky part. And that's why you just kind of have to stick in the pocket and wait for your day to come. And that's literally what it is, because you have to do all the efforts every single day, 1% better every day in order for you to get there. But what'll help you get there is by having a firm why that will allow you to persevere through all these challenging times that may come up on your journey of achieving high success in the industry. So let's talk a little bit about how you can establish your why. So first things first, you need to kind of like, the first thing happens when you ask people about their why, they'll talk about their kids, they'll talk about, you know, their mother, they'll talk about their father, they'll talk about things in their life that are important. And those should be part of your why, but it can't be the only thing, okay? Because the reality is, no matter what happens, if you're a good parent, if you're a good, you know, child who's looking after your parents, like, you're gonna run through a brick wall for your parents. You're gonna make sure they're fed, your kids, you're gonna make sure they have a roof over their head. These are things that you're gonna do under any and all circumstances, okay? So you have to understand that at the bare bones, you're gonna provide for your kids, okay? So it has to be something bigger than just providing. It has to be like a mission-driven idea. Like, my child deserves to go to medical school. My child deserves to go to the best private schools. My child deserves to live a life 10 times more glorious than me. These are things that you can incorporate into your why. My parents, I don't ever want them going to a hospice or a retirement home. I want to be able to live a life where when my parents do get to that age, I can look after them in my home with nurses and doctors that I pay for. Okay, now we're talking a little bit. But the most important part about your why is you. And this is where so many people fail on their why, because they make it about everybody else and they don't make it about themselves. And that's where most people drop the ball on their why. So what are things that you have to look at to establish a firm why for yourself? Number one, you have to look at the trials and tribulations of your life. Only you know what you've been through. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know if you've had to couch surf in your life. I don't know if you were homeless at one point in your life. I don't know if you couldn't afford a meal. I don't know if you had to dig food out of a garbage can. I don't know if you lived a very posh, comfortable life. I don't know, okay? And both of these people need to have very different whys. If you were broke, busted, and disgusted, your why needs to be, I need to build layers of padding between myself and poverty so that this never happens to me again. I deserve more. I deserve to have the best of the best. I want to have a house with 2 acres and a pool, and you know, I love dirt bikes, so I want to ride dirt bikes on my own property. I love hunting, I want to hunt on my own property. I want to live in the big city. I want to have a penthouse in New York City. I want to live in Miami. Start manifesting, start dreaming, start envisioning what it is that you want. Maybe you're somebody who grew up super posh and you've had everything given to you. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't let anybody shame you for that. Your parents did what we're about to do right here, okay? You're gonna say, you know what, despite what my parents have done for me, I deserve to feel what it feels like to accomplish what they did. I need to know what it feels like so that when I have my kids can be like, you know what, my parents, even though they grew up wealthy, they looked after us in a way that nobody else could have. It's bigger than money. They taught us about mindset. They taught us about vision. They taught us about, you know, being passionate and going after our goals and our dreams and our ambitions. And basically now all of a sudden the why starts coming together. The why starts becoming a thing. For me, my why is accomplishments. My why is knowing that I can pay the price and that I'm willing to pay the price. My why is the challenge that I put in front of myself. I have everything I could ever want in my life, and I had it before I even got started in network marketing. Why? Because as long as I have a roof over my head, food in my belly, my wife, I don't need anything else. I'm content, I'm happy, I'm grateful. Thank you, God, for everything. Done. That's it. So how do you get somebody who has everything? Motivated. That's where this comes in for me. For me, it's about the challenge. It's about the conviction that I, Ali Saleh, can do this, that I, Ali Saleh, am worthy of this, that I, Ali Saleh, can redeem myself, and I, Ali Saleh, can create a benchmark for my financial future and for my future generations to come. This is what motivates me, okay? I'm not really too motivated and inspired by materialistic things, but me personally, I like convenience. So I want convenience in my life. I'll pay for convenience. So these are things that I look after, and these are things that I want in my life, okay? So for everybody, it's a bit different. Now, how do we keep this top of mind? See, because your why is a little bit like motivation. It comes and goes, it fades. You forget about your why all the time. So this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. You have to write your why down every single day, your goals every single day, morning and night, twice a day. I'm telling you, it has to become an incantation in your brain where you're constantly thinking about your goals, dreams, ambitions, and your why over and over and over again. You have to be obsessed with it. It has to take over your entire body, your entire being. It has to become you, okay? Once you do that, then guess what we do? We go on Google Images. We start searching up images, the vehicle you want, the house you want, the location you want to live, the cars you want to drive, the type of friends you want to have, the body you want to have, the physique you want to have, the type of culture you want to have in your life, all of that kind of stuff. And you start building a dream board, a vision board, and you take that sucker and you put it on the background of your phone. And that now, ladies and gentlemen, is your constant reminder, your touch of mind. Bob Proctor talks about it. He said he used to write all of his goals and dreams down on a piece of paper and put it in his pocket. So every time he put his hand in his pocket, boom, it would send electric waves into his brain and remind him that those are my goals and this is why I'm doing this. Same thing with your phone. You probably pick up your phone over 200 times a day. So if you pick up your phone 200 times a day, your body is going to become what? Your brain is going to become what? Accustomed to the life that you want to attract, okay? So this is how you establish your firm why, and you don't change it for anybody, okay? This is what you live by. This is your decree. This is the essence of everything that you're doing. This is the most pivotal thing in this entire ecosystem. For you to win is your why. How can you win without a strong why? How can you persevere when things get hard without a strong why? And look, I've seen many challenges in my career in the network marketing industry, and I don't believe those challenges are done. There might be more down the road. Whatever it is, I'm prepared for it, but my why is what keeps me going, and I will never, ever, ever stop, no matter what, okay? And that's the mindset you absolutely have to have. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Mic drop. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Stay blessed. Establish your why. Send it to your upline. Write it down. Let's make some magic happen.